Welcome, friends, to this short FAQ video on some career success tips. I am Grisel Scarantino, your career success expert. And as you know, in these videos, I aim to share real questions posed by real people that I've spoken to when they've booked their discovery calls with me. Each Friday, I'll take one question and I'll share my answer with you. So, not long ago, I met with someone who's in a leadership role. She's striving to take her career to the next level. She's trying to get up into the VP role, and she was doing all of the things that were asked of her and more. She found that she was doing all of these things at her family's expense, yet she wasn't moving up. That carrot was being dangled in front of her by her leadership, and she was working really hard to get it, but she just wasn't getting it. It wasn't coming fast enough. And she was just working herself into the ground. She recognized that she needed to stop over giving and take a different approach to her goals. She also wanted to shift the scales so that her family and her community get the best of her. In addition, she knew that she needed to make time for her physical and her mental health. So, this is the question that she asked me: how do I escape the exhaustion and find purpose in my work? Now, this is a loaded question. So I have this much to say about that, but in the interest of keeping this video short, I'm going to say this much. Okay. And so what I want to do is I want to break this question down into two parts: exhaustion and finding purpose in your work. Let's start with exhaustion. Exhaustion is a challenge that so many frustrated and unfulfilled professionals face. It is, as is, finding purpose in your work, especially when you are a highly capable, a high performing professional who's pulled in a lot of different directions. That happens to you because you know how to get things done and you know how to do them well. And chances are your colleagues trust you, your leaders trust you, they value you. And that's right. That's the reason why you're asked to do all of these different things. Well, one problem that could be leading to your exhaustion is that you're not setting appropriate boundaries. It could be that, or it could be that you're just not in the right workplace, in the right role, in the right industry that is a good fit for you. Like maybe you're just not in a good fit. And there's so much that I want to say about that, but I'm really trying to keep this video short. So let me just get straight to the point and let's talk first about exhaustion. Okay. So when you find yourself exhausted, feeling drained by your work, it's time to take a step back and assess the root causes of that exhaustion. Are you overworking? Are you neglecting your self-care? Is this really what you want to be doing? Once you've identified the reasons for your exhaustion, then it's time to set clear boundaries and then to take action on them. One thing that you could do is to delegate. Another is learn to say no, which I know is really, really hard for people that are extremely caring. Another thing that you could do is to find the career path or the work type of situation that really enables you to unleash your talents in a way that makes you gain energy from your work so that you have energy left over for the other parts of your life that are important to you. I'm encouraging you to do these things because you have to establish a healthy workflow, because your well-being is just as important as your professional success. You know this. You know that. So that's what I wanted to say about exhaustion. Let's talk now about finding purpose in your work. Finding purpose is crucial for your long-term fulfillment and ultimately for your success. So how do you do that? Start by exploring your values, your passions, your ideals, your strengths. What is it? What kind of work energizes you? What kind of impact do you want to make? Know that, and then align your work with these important aspects about you. Seek out opportunities that align with your values the kind of opportunities that allow you to use your strengths. Don't be afraid to make a career change if that's what's necessary. When you find purpose in your work, you'll experience a renewed sense of motivation and satisfaction. And once you knock out those two things, escaping the exhaustion and finding purpose in your work, once you tackle those two things, you won't feel so torn between your professional commitments and your desire to be present for your family and for your community. You're also going to be able to strike a balance with more ease because you'll have the energy and the space to set priorities like your family, your community, your emotional health, your physical health. When we feel exhausted all of the time and when we lack purpose, it's really easy to neglect the things that are truly important for us. And those are things that should never be neglected. They should never take the back seat. When you're not exhausted, you're much more able to practice things like time management, self-care, and spend quality time with the people that matter the most to us. And that's really important because when you're firing on all cylinders like that, we're healthier. And a more healthy you leads to a more productive and fulfilled you. So, escaping exhaustion, finding purpose in your work, that carries over into being better equipped to balancing family and community and prioritizing your health. And all of these aspects are critical to achieving a fulfilling and sustainable career. By setting clear boundaries, aligning your work with your values, and making time for self-care, you'll be on a path to a healthier, more purposeful, and rewarding professional life. I hope you found this helpful. Thank you so much for watching this video. This was your career coaching FAQs with me, Grisel Scarantino, your career coaching expert. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to keep an eye on my posts because I share valuable insights consistently on my profile. Comment, like, and share so that the algorithm knows that you want to see more content like this, and that way you won't miss a thing. So just remember that career success starts with taking care of yourself. I'll see you next time.